Lesson 1, why you need a business development plan and what makes a good plan a great one. Being successful at business development is more than just winning new clients. It's also building a sustainable practice, carving out your niche, as Anya mentioned in the Signature BD course. It's about creating and embedding habits. And finally, it's about creating repeatable but also predictable success. For the busy lawyer or consultant, the only guaranteed way of achieving this is to have a personal BD plan. As the famous saying goes, if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up someplace else. So let's start with what happens if you don't have a plan. I've worked with lots of lawyers who have achieved relative success without any planning, only to find that years down the line, their practice looks entirely different to what they had envisaged. In some cases, they're working in an area or for clients that they don't enjoy. It's hard to come back from that. Without a plan, you will lack direction, perhaps missing opportunities for growth. Find that your work comes in peaks and in troughs, or face feast or famine situations. Have difficulty standing out from your competitors and from your peers. You'll also be reactive, responding in the moment rather than proactively shaping your practice. And finally, you may find that it's harder to progress within your firm. Hopefully, I provided enough reasons as to why having a plan is absolutely essential. Now, let's talk about the foundations of planning and what makes a good plan a great one. A well-crafted plan allows you to set clear, actionable goals and objectives that align with your strengths and interests. It helps you to stay focused on activities that directly contribute to your professional growth and your reputation, whether it's networking, thought leadership, or developing client relationships. In our lessons together, we'll discuss the requisite parts of a BD plan. But before we do so, it's important to discuss the additional principles that will set you and your plan up for success. There are 4 things in my mind that are absolutely non-negotiable. Number 1, your plan needs to challenge you. We all have a tendency to want to set goals or objectives that we know we can easily achieve. Perhaps it's a fee target that you're already on track to hit, or it's achieving something you've already achieved last year. For example, winning a certain number of new clients. That feeling of ticking something off the list is a powerful one. But here's the thing. Growth and comfort do not coexist. If you're not challenging yourself sufficiently, you are not growing. Push past your comfort zone and see what you can really achieve. At the end of the day, there is no punishment for achieving your goals, or at least there shouldn't be. Only lessons that you can learn from. It needs to be honest. On the flip side of it being a challenge, it's easy to get caught up in the need to showcase only your strengths, or to set overly ambitious goals that look impressive on paper, but just aren't realistic. The most successful BD plans that I have seen are brutally honest. So be transparent about where your strengths lie, but also acknowledge the areas that need improvement. Reflect on what hasn't worked in the past, and most importantly, be honest about what you can realistically commit to, given your time and your resources. This isn't about self-criticism. It's about creating a plan that is grounded in reality. And the more honest you are with yourself, the more effective your plan will be. You and your plan need to be flexible and adaptable. Even the best laid plans can face unexpected challenges. Whether it's the legal market, client needs, or even a pandemic, things can change rapidly, and your BD plan needs to be resilient enough to adapt to these changes. Flexibility doesn't mean abandoning your goals at the first sign of trouble, but it does mean being open to course correcting when necessary. We'll talk about this more in Lesson 7, the art of evaluation, but you need to regularly review your plan and the market and be prepared to pivot when new opportunities or challenges arise. If you're a healthcare lawyer and you spot a potential health tech trend, you need to feel empowered to explore it, not ignore it because it's not in your plan. You need to be committed. Commitment is what will make or break your plan and your success. It's easy to start with enthusiasm, but the real test will come when things get busy. You'll start to lack motivation, or if you don't see the results you want quickly enough. Your commitment to the plan means sticking with it through the ups and the downs and being consistent with the effort that you put in, even when the results aren't quite there yet. Commitment also means holding yourself accountable, such as setting regular check-ins to assess your progress and being open about what's working and what isn't. Remember, business development is a marathon, not a sprint, And success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. Now that we understand the importance of planning, let's move on to lesson 2, analysing the market.